Hi, I'm Annie, and I'm feeling okay. I'm actually not very miserable at all today. I'm feeling pretty good. Today is Thanksgiving, and I'm going to talk about gratitude. In the beginning of 2019, in January, I started a daily gratitude journaling habit, and I have to say, it felt really cheesy at first. Just like a lot of that self-help advice that you hear, it can feel kind of cheesy and you don't really want to do it. So it's now almost a year later, and I'm just reflecting on how the experience of keeping a daily gratitude journal has changed me, and I'm considering whether or not it has been valuable or not. So I have to say, when I first started it, I really thought it was cheesy. I didn't want to do it. But also, 2019 has been the best year that I've had in a decade. This has been the best year, finally. Really good year. And so maybe there's a connection. I am really pessimistic, and that's something that I kind of wanted to work on. I don't want to be like fake rainbows, and I don't want to be in denial at all. I definitely appreciate being realistic, so I don't want to go too far in the other direction. But at the same time, I can be so pessimistic and feel so defeated so much of the time. I wanted to see if I could change that. And you know, gratitude is all the rage. Everyone is talking about it. So I decided to finally give it a try. And it wasn't always easy. There were times when I was just too pessimistic to do it. It kind of felt bad to do it. But for the most part, I could find things every day that I was grateful for. I had an interaction on Facebook that I mentioned in another video that sort of encapsulates how pessimistic and maybe first world privileged I am. My mom posted on Facebook one of these posts that says, I woke up this morning, I'm wearing warm clothes, there's a roof over my head, I have clean water, I am grateful. And then I commented under the post, absolutely. The bottom rung of Maslow's hierarchy of needs has always been my greatest aspiration. When I was a little girl, I dreamt I would grow up to meet the minimum requirements for survival. So it's kind of funny, but it's also a really pessimistic thing to say. Kind of a punchy thing to say on your mom's post. I don't think I'm a very punchy person. Except since I turned 40, I'm a little bit punchier. I'm really just so unassertive. But since I've turned 40, I've started like sticking up for myself more and like speaking my mind out loud to people instead of just like fantasizing in my head. So I didn't mean anything mean by it. I was just frustrated, feeling pessimistic, and feeling like sometimes our popular culture can shame people for not being grateful enough. You know, shame people for being dissatisfied with one thing or another in their life. It's almost like a faux pas to not be grateful or to be in a bad mood, and that really irritates me. So I've been doing this gratitude journal and just bullet journaling in general, and I use a digital bullet journal. I really enjoy it because I like the look of how bullet journals can be like really pretty and graphic. And I'll just take a screenshot of my bullet journal and put it in the video. But I use these little graphic stickers, you know, that say like goals and winner and gratitude. And I can just copy and paste them and put them in my journal instead of redrawing them every day, because I don't have a whole lot of time to just draw stuff all day long. I like to just copy and paste. So it kind of has that nice, aesthetically pleasing bullet journal look with, you know, minimal effort. And I love the approach of doing journaling in a really formulaic way. Like every day you write, you know, what you're grateful for, you write your accomplishments of the day, what your best day would look like, your goals. Another graphic that I use is a question mark where I ask powerful questions. And that's really cool, because if you're trying to find the solution to something in your life, you can ask yourself the question and even write it down, and then the answer will come to you. Maybe in a dream, or, you know, maybe when you're running, or just when you're relaxed. And I've also started writing down ideas that I'm thinking about. You know, I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and so when I'm kind of chilling out on a extra juicy topic, I will kind of write down some thoughts and ideas that I've been thinking about lately. So I guess my point is, happy Thanksgiving. And also, I'm a fan of gratitude journaling. And another point is that some of these self-help things that seem kind of cheesy or lame or unnecessary, they really are helpful. For example, if you want to lose weight and eat healthier in the new year, you might think, oh, I'll just eat less. With any habit that you have in your mind, you might think, I'll just wing it. But if you do what the people suggest, which is really break it down, write it down, make a calendar and give yourself gold stars, you'd be surprised how helpful that is in really establishing the habit and keeping it going. So if you are really pessimistic or really kind of have an aversion to sort of cheesy seeming self-help things, I would say maybe just give some of them a try because that's what I've been doing, and I found a lot of them incredibly helpful. So if you've hung with me this far, I want to do a little show and tell, because this morning I woke up and I opened up my kiln, and anytime I open up my kiln to see what's inside, it's like Christmas morning. And so it was just so amazing to have a day off on Thanksgiving and also be able to open up my kiln. I was awake at about 4:30 in the morning, and I was so excited, and I made my coffee and came over here and opened the kiln to see what was inside. So I have these earrings that I'm making, and what is really interesting and unique about these is that this robin's egg blue earring is solid robin's egg all the way through, meaning I colored the clay to be robin's egg and then I just glazed it with a clear coat. So this is the only time that I've ever worked with colored clay, and it's just a really good way to deal with these earrings because glazes can be really unpredictable. But this basic clear glaze works really well, and so it just avoids a lot of loss. Sometimes I open the kiln and there's like a whole bunch of failed experiments. So I'm really excited about this, kind of geeking out on it. And my kiln's really small. I wasn't able to fit all my work in it yesterday, so I actually reloaded it again and then also put a whole bunch of test tiles in there to just see how different clear glazes interact with the colors, because there can be like weird chemical reactions. So I'm just testing out all of my colors just so that I know what I'm dealing with and then I can proceed. What I find so exciting about this is like this robin's egg earring, I could put like little hot pink dots on it. It could be like polka dotted just by using colored clays. And it just works better than painting it on. I know this probably won't be interesting to you if you're not into ceramics, but I'm just like really excited about this. So anyway, I'm feeling grateful and happy Thanksgiving.